Approximately 2.38 billion people around the globe identify with some form of Christianity. This equates to nearly one-third of the world's total population, or around 22.4%. Christianity is predominantly practiced in regions such as Europe, the Americas, Oceania, and Sub-Saharan Africa. But what if the world's largest religion, Christianity, faced restrictions in some countries? While this may not be widely known, there are indeed nations where it is incredibly difficult to live as a Christian. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 countries where Christians face severe restrictions or are outright prohibited in 2024. But before we dive in, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We put a lot of effort into every single video we create. Let's begin. Number 10. Sudan. Sudan straddles both Africa and the Arab world, with Arabic as its dominant language. Over 97% of the population identifies as Sunni Muslim, with a small Christian minority. The population of Sudan grows at a rapid pace of 2.42% annually, adding more than 1 million people each year. Christians in Sudan face numerous obstacles, especially in matters of religious freedom and social discrimination. The country has long-standing religious tensions, particularly between its Muslim majority and Christian minority. Christians have historically been subjected to persecution in Sudan, including arrests, forced church closures, and harassment by government officials and social groups. Under previous administrations, converting from Islam to Christianity was punishable by death, further isolating Christians. They have also faced discrimination in employment, education, and legal rights. In some instances, church properties were seized or destroyed. Sudan's legal system is heavily influenced by Islamic law, which presents obstacles for Christians in matters such as family law and the freedom to worship. While Sudan's transitional government, which came to power in 2019, has taken steps to improve religious freedom, such as repealing the apostasy law, significant challenges persist. However, recent efforts, including Sudan's removal from the U.S. State Department's list of countries of particular concern, offer a glimmer of hope. Nonetheless, the overall situation for Christians in Sudan remains one of cautious optimism, as the country navigates its journey towards greater religious tolerance and civil rights. Number 9. Libya. Libya is known for its rich cultural history and the remnants of ancient civilizations. Its climate is shaped by two systems: the hot, arid conditions of the Sahara Desert in the south and the milder Mediterranean climate in the north. Libya's population, estimated at around 6.8 million, is about 97% Muslim, with the majority adhering to Sunni Islam. For Christians, especially those from migrant backgrounds or those who have converted from Islam, life in Libya is incredibly challenging due to legal restrictions and social pressures. Libya's legal system is based on Sharia law, and conversion from Islam to Christianity is illegal and punishable by death. Christians, especially converts, face significant legal risks and social backlash. Extremist groups like ISIS have specifically targeted Christians in Libya, leading to kidnappings and executions. Public worship is restricted, with very few churches allowed to operate. Most churches cater to foreign workers and are closely monitored by the government. Libyan nationals who convert to Christianity must practice their faith in secrecy, often under intense social pressure from family and community members. These challenges, combined with ongoing conflict and political instability, make Libya one of the most hostile environments for Christians in the world. Despite recent reports from journalists and bloggers claiming Libya has become more secular in recent years, the harsh reality for Christians is still widely evident. Number 8. Yemen. Yemen is home to the UNESCO World Heritage listed island of Socotra, known for its biodiversity, including the frankincense tree and the Arabian ostrich. While Yemeni society is generally hospitable, the country is not without its issues, particularly for religious minorities. According to the U.S. government's mid-2022 estimates, more than 99% of Yemen's population of 31 million is Muslim. Christians in Yemen face grave challenges due to the country's strict adherence to Islamic law and the ongoing civil conflict. Yemen's legal system, based on Sharia law, prohibits conversion from Islam to Christianity, and apostasy is punishable by death. This makes it extremely dangerous for Yemeni Muslims to convert to Christianity, forcing many to practice their faith in secret. Christians in Yemen, especially those who have converted from Islam, are at high risk of persecution, including imprisonment, harassment, and even execution. Non-state actors like extremist groups, including Al-Qaeda and Houthi rebels, frequently target Christians, leading to widespread violence. The ongoing civil war has exacerbated these conditions, leaving the small Christian community, largely made up of expatriates with very few protections. Number 7. Somalia. In Somalia, more than 99% of the population practices Sunni Islam, according to the Federal Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs. The Christian community in Somalia is small, less than 1%, and the country has not had an archbishop since 1989. Christians in Somalia face extreme persecution due to deeply ingrained social norms, the country's adherence to Islam, and the presence of extremist groups such as Al-Shabaab. Conversion from Islam is illegal, and leaving Islam is punishable by death. Christianity is not officially recognized in Somalia, and practicing any religion other than Islam is illegal. Christians, particularly those who have converted, face harassment, torture, and even execution. Groups like Al-Shabaab actively hunt down Christians, and merely being suspected of practicing Christianity can result in death. Somali society places immense pressure on individuals to adhere to Islamic customs, and those who convert are often ostracized or face violence from their own families. In such an oppressive environment, Christians are forced to practice their faith in complete secrecy, making Somalia one of the most dangerous places in the world for Christians. Number 6. Eritrea. Eritrea is known for its unique cuisine, diverse geography, and rich heritage, including over 400 churches and monasteries. Estimates of Eritrea's religious demographics vary, but the population is believed to be almost evenly split between Christians and Muslims. However, Christians in Eritrea face severe restrictions on their religious freedoms. The Eritrean government recognizes only 4 religious groups: Sunni Islam, the Eritrean Orthodox Church, Roman Catholicism, and the Evangelical Lutheran Church. Christians who belong to unrecognized denominations, such as Pentecostals or Evangelicals, are often detained without trial and subjected to harsh treatment, including torture. Those detained frequently suffer inhumane conditions, such as being held in shipping containers or underground cells. The government views these Christians as a threat to national security, which leads to arbitrary arrests and mistreatment. Number 5. Iran. Iran, a significant regional power due to its vast fossil fuel reserves and its status as the world's hub for Shia Islam, estimates that about 99.4% of its population identifies as Muslim. Christians in Iran, particularly converts from Islam, face significant hardships due to strict Islamic laws and government persecution. While certain Christian minorities, such as Armenians and Assyrians, are permitted some religious freedoms, they are heavily monitored. Conversion from Islam is considered apostasy, which is punishable by death. Christians in Iran are often arrested on charges of acting against national security or propaganda against the state. They are frequently subjected to harsh interrogations and lengthy prison sentences. Public expressions of Christianity are tightly controlled, and Christian gatherings are frequently raided. Additionally, Christians in Iran face widespread social discrimination, often being ostracized from their communities or losing access to employment and education. The repression of Christianity in Iran is further compounded by threats from radical groups who view Christianity as a threat to Islam. Many Iranian Christians, particularly those who have converted from Islam, live in constant fear of arrest or persecution, leading some to flee the country in search of religious freedom. Number 4. Pakistan. Pakistan is renowned for being the source of the famous pink Himalayan salt, which is highly sought after across the globe. The world's highest polo ground is also located in Chandar, Pakistan. Notably, Pakistan holds the distinction of being the only Muslim-majority country to possess nuclear weapons. According to a 2022 report by Pew Research, 96.3% of Pakistan's population adheres to Islam, with 85–90% identifying as Sunni Muslims, 10–15% as Shia, and about 0.2% as Ahmadiyya. The remaining 3.65% follow other religions such as Hinduism, Christianity, Sikhism, and various others. Christians in Pakistan encounter significant hardships, primarily due to institutionalized discrimination, social hostility, and acts of violence. Pakistan's blasphemy laws are often wielded against religious minorities, particularly Christians, who are frequently accused without evidence, leading to lengthy imprisonment or, in some cases, death sentences. Merely being accused of blasphemy can incite mob violence, sometimes culminating in extrajudicial killings. Extremist factions often target Christian communities, with attacks on churches and religious gatherings resulting in numerous casualties. These recurring threats foster an atmosphere of fear, which significantly limits the ability of Christians to practice their faith openly. Furthermore, social marginalization pushes many Christians into low-paying jobs, often labeling them as second-class citizens. In rural areas, these communities face additional obstacles, such as difficulty in accessing education, healthcare, and essential services. Number 3. Afghanistan. Afghanistan is celebrated for its production of exquisite Oriental rugs, known for their intricate designs and vibrant colors. Afghan carpets, often hand-woven, have patterns that are unique to the country, making them highly prized worldwide. Beyond this craftsmanship, Afghanistan is infamous for the rise of the Taliban, a group that has successfully expelled superpowers such as the United States and Russia from the region. According to the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, Afghanistan's population is 99.7% Muslim, with only 0.3% identifying as non-Muslim, including Christians. Most Muslims in the country are Sunni, making up between 84.7% and 89.7% of the population, while Shia Muslims, including Ismailis and Ahmadis, comprise the remaining 10–15%. Christians in Afghanistan face extreme persecution, largely due to the nation's strict Islamic laws, deep-rooted social customs, and the pervasive influence of extremist groups. Afghanistan operates under Sharia law, where converting from Islam to Christianity is considered apostasy, a crime punishable by death. The Afghan constitution also stipulates that no law can contravene the tenets of Islam, leaving no space for religious freedom. Number 2. Saudi Arabia. Many people associate Saudi Arabia with its vast oil reserves, the birthplace of Islam, and its famous Arabian horses. However, the country is also a prime destination for travelers from around the world, offering diverse landscapes and religious pilgrimage sites. As of 2022, Saudi Arabia had approximately 2.1 million Christians, representing about 6% of the total population. However, the percentage of Christian citizens is officially zero, as the country strictly forbids conversions from Islam. In 2023, Saudi Arabia was ranked the second worst country for Christians, receiving a score of 0 out of 4 for religious freedom. Christians in Saudi Arabia face numerous challenges due to the strict enforcement of Islamic laws and the lack of legal protections. The country is governed by Sharia law, which does not recognize any religion other than Islam, and practicing Christianity is illegal. Public displays of Christian faith, such as wearing religious symbols or distributing Bibles, are prohibited. Number 1. North Korea. Officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea is a totalitarian state that was established in 1948, following World War II. The country is one of the last remaining nominally communist regimes and has isolated itself from much of the global community, primarily due to its nuclear ambitions. The United Nations estimates that there are between 200,000 and 400,000 Christians in North Korea, accounting for about 1–2% of the population. Christians face extreme persecution, as the government views religion, particularly Christianity, as a direct threat to its power and control. North Korea is considered one of the most hostile countries for Christians. The regime sees Christianity as a subversive force, and those caught practicing their faith are subjected to arrest, torture, and imprisonment in labor camps. In many cases, entire families are punished if one member is found to be practicing Christianity. The government maintains strict surveillance over its citizens, and religious activities are closely monitored.